Here's my top 3 traitors from the American version of The Traitors. Number 3 goes to Boston Rob Mariano. Boston Bob entered the game as a traitor and hit the ground running, going after another traitor immediately, calling out Bob the drag queen at the round table. It was our first taste of traitor on traitor crime, and it was absolutely delicious. But then we got to see Boston Rob's number 1 weakness. That dude comes in too hot. That guy has only one gear and it's go. Because he played so hard and fast, quickly eyes went in his direction. And a few round tables later, when you thought you had this man dead to rights, he still had one more trick up his sleeve as he deflected eyes off of him and onto Wes from the challenge. Wes was not ready for that smoke and immediately started tripping over his own tongue. If you're a hater of Wes from the challenge, I'm gonna put the episode right down there. Fast forward it to the round table. You'll witness Wes get his pants pulled down and bare ass spanked in front of everybody at the table and the entire world watching. Wes reverts from a grown man to a whiny little boy in front of your very eyes. He might be the first contestant ever that they didn't care if he was a traitor or not. They just wanted to get rid of him. Unfortunately for Rob, that was the last bullet that he was able to dodge, and even though his playstyle left him no chance to actually win the game, there was no other contestant that brought more bang for the buck than Boston Rob Mariano. Absolute cinema. Here's my top 2 traitors from the US version of The Traitors. Personally. Number 3, Boston Rob. Runner-up is the only traitor to ever win the US version of the game, Cirie Fields. Going into season 1 of Traitors, I was kind of mid on Cirie. CBS loves her. They put her on like 5 seasons of Survivor. They put her on a season of Big Brother and let her bring her son along. CBS and Paramount adore this woman, and after season 1 of Traitors, she made a lifelong fan out of me. Cirie not only won as a traitor, she went the entire game under the radar. She made concrete bonds with the right people and coasted to victory. Only in hindsight now can we truly appreciate what she did. She made it look so easy. She made it look like the traitors have the advantage, but now that we've seen multiple seasons after, the traitors are at a great disadvantage, and Cirie's gameplay was just dominant over everybody else's. But there was one thing that I do count against Cirie in that season, and that was that half the contestants were just regular degulars. They were a bunch of dopes like me and you, who aren't used to being around cameras. We aren't used to participating in twisted psychological games that play with our emotions. They're comfortable in that environment, and the skill gap was obvious from day 1. Cirie utilized that for her advantage though, and absolutely smoked those new fools. Bravo, 5 stars. Cirie, you're my sleeper pick for Survivor 50. And now drum roll please, onto my number 1 favorite traitor ever, Phaedra Parks. Phaedra charmed the pants off of every contestant and the entire audience. Her manner of speech, attention to detail, razor-sharp wit, phenomenal aesthetic contributed to all eyes in the room always being on her. She established genuine relationships from the very beginning, and watching her work a room gave me butterflies. Her charm was genuine, and even though she was a traitor and had to lie, she was super authentic. She had the whole cast eating out of the palm of her hands. And she was put to the test not once, but twice by other traitors who tried to take her down. Big mistake. The first one was Dan from Big Brother. Dan drew a line in the sand and called Phaedra out at the round table. Traitor on traitor crime. Phaedra coolly and calmly flipped the script on Dan, debunking all of his arguments while bringing up incredible arguments on why Dan is a traitor. She sent him packing with his tail tucked between his legs. Next up, Parvati from Survivor tried to take on Phaedra. More traitor on traitor crime. Bad move, Parv. Phaedra wrapped her up in a package so quickly and showed her the door. Both Dan and Parvati tried to throw shade on Phaedra by voting for her on the way out, and Phaedra handled that like a true professional with full control over the game. Even Phaedra's downfall was poetic. She got to rock with her best friend Sheree Whitfield throughout the entire game, and those two had a friendship that you could write a book on. Their loyalty to one another was unmatched, but that genuine companionship led to Phaedra's downfall, as when Sheree did get a little suspicious of her, Phaedra could not lie to her best friend's face and ended up falling on her sword, but not before capturing the hearts of all who got to watch that phenomenal season 2. Phaedra's season so good, it wins the Emmy Award. So no, not Phaedra Parks reality show contestant, housewife, Phaedra Parks Emmy winner.